This is what Reform MP Rupert Lowe has just said about criminals and jails in our country. Personally, I agree with him. He's just said, imagine how quickly a properly run country would deport foreign criminals. Yet in broken Britain, we're ridiculously arguing about the ethics of doing so. Honestly speaking, I don't care about their rights to family life or whatever other nonsense. They sacrificed that when they raped, murdered or assaulted British citizens. If it was up to me, this lot would be out of the country before any poisonous left-wing lawyers have a chance to go into bat for them. I don't want them in British prisons learning yoga or how to lay bricks. I don't care about their rehabilitation. It isn't our problem. Send them back to where they came from. They can rot in some African prison or wherever else. Agreements can be reached with these countries. We'll take our prisoners back and they can have theirs. I suspect it may be a one-sided exchange. Britain is a soft touch. We need to get real and put the safety of the British people above the human rights of the foreign offenders. A mass deportation scheme for these criminals is required. So for those of you concerned about how Reform see the future, that's how Rupert Lowe sees it. That makes complete sense to me. We're talking about criminals who have done harm to British people or other crimes that they've been involved with. They're coming into this country because not only can they get away with the crime, they can, if they get caught, some illegals who have been here under the radar have been caught doing crimes, and then when they get caught doing the crime, they then apply for asylum seeker status. How ridiculous is that? We've got to get a grip of the criminal element because that affects everything else. There's a high proportion of foreign criminals in our jails, and if they were deported, that would make space for the overcrowded jails that we currently have without building new ones. Surely that makes sense. But you can't get any sense out of real politicians, the ones that go in it for the career, can you? Kemi Badenoch may well sound good at the dispatch box with a resounding voice, talking to, in a response position, to other politicians, but it's not exactly doing anything about what's wrong with the country, is it? Meanwhile, Germany are thinking of leaving the ECHR. They've seen the writing on the wall and they've shut the land borders. You now have to pass a passport control when you drive through. They're deporting the asylum seekers from Syria because Syria allegedly have got what they want, which is an Islamic regime in control. Wouldn't have been my choice. I would have preferred the secular society it formerly was. I doubt that will carry on much longer. Anyway, again, that's not our problem, is it? So it's very important to get a structure going, which the only way we're going to do it is with Reform, where people come into Parliament to sort Britain out, to get us shipshape, and to make us function as a proper society, where the streets are safe, we have enough policemen, and the jails aren't full of foreigners.